Yassas, Kalispera, good afternoon. This is Serifos. Today is Sunday, October 13th, 2024, currently about 75 degrees Fahrenheit. That is 24 degrees Celsius, a nice warm day, but some wind cooling things down a bit. So I have been here before, but that was way back in 2009. I spent only one night here at the end of a 3-month trip around the Greek islands. And so it was late in October, similar to now, but a little bit later in October. And it really poured down rain. I was just here for the one night and I really didn't see anything. And so I wanted to come back and see this island, which is turning out to be one of the nicest. It is really cool. And I am here with company, somebody that some of you will definitely recognize. It's Sterling.
Hello.
So Sterling flew into Athens 2 days ago and we met up there, spent just one night in Athens, and then took the ferry yesterday, direct ferry from Athens to Serifos here, 2 hours, about 58 euros for that. It was a high speed, so expensive ferry there, but that was in the morning, and so we got here at 11 in the morning and had all day to explore. And so we're basically going to do the same thing that we did yesterday because we weren't filming, which includes heading up there and then go see a beach and some other stuff. So what are your impressions so far of Serifos? You like it okay?
I love it.
Yeah?
I love it. It's a really quiet, laid-back town. I know it's not the height of the tourist season, which is nice. The water's a little cool, but it's delightful. And everybody's very friendly.
So Sterling hasn't been in a video in a very long time since Idaho, we're thinking, which was like 3.5 years ago, but we have seen each other since then.
Yep.
She's been living in Portland for part of that time anyways, and I've stopped through and visited her there. So we'll have a good like 9-10 days here on the Greek islands, and then she will head back to the US. So let's wander here into town. So this is the main town, which actually, come to think of it, I'm not sure what the name of it is. Sure, go for it. Because that is Chora. There is oftentimes a Chora town on the Greek islands. As you can see, really dramatic setting there, sprawling across the ridge. The classic blue and white of the Cyclades group of islands. So we're here near
Levadi.
Oh, this is Levadi. Okay, great. So to the north of here is Kithnos, which I've been to before, and then to the south is Sifnos, and then Milos south of there, and then not too far away to Santorini and Mykonos and all of the famous Greek islands, Ios, etc. But this is a less popular one, especially now that it is low season. Okay, so we are now going to hop in our rental car and head up there. Okay, ready? One, two, three. All right, so we are now at the top of this hill, not the top of the island up there, and this is the Chora town. So on most Greek islands there's a Chora, which basically just means town. And then you have a bunch of different churches up here. The classic blue and white. And then another one down there. What's that?
It says the date up there too.
Yeah, 1928. Locked, unfortunately. All of them have been locked so far on this island, but maybe we'll find one open at some point. And then...
Yeah, sure, where we were.
Yeah. That is where we were, where we started the video. And the hotel where we're staying is on the left side of the beach there, so that is the nicer place to swim, so it's perfect. You just walk right out of the place we're staying, and nice beach right there, and then another church. And we just talked with those guys for like 20 minutes. They're from Wyoming, a couple on honeymoon. There you can see ferry taken off, heading for, so that's Sifnos.
Okay.
And then I'm not sure, maybe that could be Milos and Kimilos over there, but yeah, you can see various more islands, a little tiny islet there, another island off there, not sure what that would be. All right, so we're going to walk down through the town, show you the town, and while we walk, I thought that I would ask Sterling about your travels.
Oh, my travels.
Yeah.
So where?
Everywhere you've been. Do you know how many countries you've been to?
Gosh, I would say 10 countries, 12.
Yeah.
I'd have to actually.
What was your first trip out of the U.S. to England?
To England, yeah. I have family that lives in England, and when I was younger, my mom, she grew up in England, so they let us ride horses, and I'd stay with my aunt, and we had to do all the horse shows and learn how to groom them and take care of them, and so I used to go there almost once a year for a little while.
Yeah, very cool.
And then I went back when I was 21, and then went to Paris, and then since then I basically haven't gone back over the Atlantic until this trip. I've just been going over the Pacific to Asia.
So China, Thailand, Bali,
Singapore, and that's it.
That's pretty much it.
And
okay.
I don't think you can.
And then Mexico.
Well, yeah, Mexico, Canada. Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah.
And the Bahamas, which I don't know if it's still something.
Yeah, it's a separate country. I think they were part of the British Empire, maybe. Yeah, I think it's a separate country, so definitely counts. So yeah, you're up to a dozen-ish or something.
Yeah, I think 10 to 12.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna try to find our way through the confusing maze here to the square. Here we go. A classic Greek islands village where there are many more cats than people.
And many more steps than your legs can handle.
Yeah. So there you can see the classic Greek islands windmills, similar to what you see on Mykonos Island. We haven't seen any of the dovecotes yet, the little buildings that they use to house doves. Maybe they didn't use them here or we just haven't seen them yet, but our rental car is right over there, so we're going to hop in it and head for a beach that we went to yesterday that was less windy.
Yeah, it might still be windy.
Yeah, because today's a windier day in general than yesterday.
Okay.
This is downtown Chora. So you can see where we were before, right on top of that hill there, and then the main town and bay down there, and then off in the distance there is Sifnos, and then we're driving over this pass. Just thought that I would show how you can see both sides of the island and other islands on both sides. Got another little church, and then there's our car, and out there is Kithnos. I was there last year. And then we're driving down to the beach down there. So you can drive from one side of the island to the other in 15 minutes if you just do it straight. I think that is the beach that we're going to. We'll see if it's more protected, less windy. It is also just a windier day today than yesterday. Apparently it might be getting cloudy and more windy in the coming days. So we're at another little church here, and we have a key in the door. So yeah, go ahead and give it a try. All right, finally we can see inside one of the little churches. This one's really small.
Is this where you do confessions?
I don't know what is done here. Do they do confessions in Eastern Orthodox? Maybe somebody can tell us in the comments. Or just a little church service. I mean, it's so small, like if you put 4 people in here, it's crowded.
Like incense. Weird.
And then there's a cemetery here. Want to ring the bell? A cemetery here, and then there's a whole cluster of old buildings there, so a few different layers of history. Recent dates on these:
2014.
2021, 2003, 2004. But that's born, yeah, so buried in 2013. And let's go check out the old crumbling buildings. Classic old rock walls and rock structures, except for the one up there, totally different. I would assume more recent, but still pretty old. Yeah, it has some of the rocks, but then not just rocks. And then there was one room in particular up ahead here that is kind of interesting. You can look inside. Little village there. Another church up there. Must be animal enclosures here. So that's a larger house by the looks of it.
Yeah, I think I looked in there, and that was the one that was...
There was a bunch of abandoned, like, clothes and stuff that looked...
That one is the one that had the fireplace in it.
I think so, up here. But that one with the stuff inside, it looked like it might have been abandoned within the last 50 years or something like that. Yeah, so here you have a fireplace. But it's such a small little room. So you have fireplace and then shelves and a clay pot. Or a jug, I guess. With, you know, you would put a stopper there, so water or wine or olive oil or... I guess that is the lid. Yeah. Or that's not the lid to the jug, it's just a covering for the hole. Okay. And then another shelf and shelf. But it's so small.
Yeah, this used to be plastered. At least that one wall was.
Yeah.
And then they put dirt over the ceiling just to keep the rain from coming in. Well, there's not really a lot of rain.
Yeah, rain doesn't seem to be an issue. We were talking with that Wyoming couple and they said
4 years.
that they talked to somebody else, I guess a local, who said that it hasn't rained here in 4 years. All right, let's head for the beach. So this is Sikamia Beach. There you can see it says restaurant. So yesterday we got off the ferry at 11 a.m. and had breakfast, and then we rented a car right away so that we could explore yesterday. And so we did the same drive, came here, but we didn't do that right away. So we went back to the room, checked in, and then went to the beach and hung out there for a while. And so it was later when we came down here. And the sun was behind the mountains there, and it was also, I think, kind of cloudy. And so we didn't swim or hang out here. But we went to the restaurant for dinner, and it was really good. And then also, it was much, much more calm here. So seeing, I mean, they're tiny waves, but still there's waves, and it's a lot more churned up today than it was yesterday. So just a generally more windy day. But we're gonna hang here for a bit and then go see a little more later, but probably not a whole lot more. We're gonna have a genuine hangout afternoon here. All right, so we're going in. It's just not as inviting as it was yesterday.
It still looks pretty inviting.
Also, the wind is making a little bit chillier. And it's just not nearly as clear. You're seeing a lot more. I mean, it was really like crystal clear water we could see just looking at it from the beach. Now it just looks a lot murkier, more of this funky plant stuff. But we're gonna go in and we'll see how long we actually hang out here. And then maybe go find another beach on another side of the island and see if maybe it's less windy there, but we'll see. So we spent a couple of hours at the beach there and are now driving around one side of the island. Great views here of Kythnos and a couple of little islets, and then I can see another island off in the distance out there. Not sure, maybe Serifos, and then another island over there. Not sure. But we just saw this interesting looking building, and it isn't clear what it is. I was thinking maybe it could be a dovecote, one of those buildings created for the doves to live in, but I don't think so. Well, it's looking very locked up. No cross on top, so it doesn't seem to be a church. What the heck is it? Sterling is around here somewhere, over there. Huh. Very odd. Never seen a building quite like this with that sort of a door. Is it maybe a church? Okay, well, speaking of doves and pigeons, one just flew out there. And there you can see stairs, so that probably goes all the way down to the sea. And then there, a couple more buildings that could be either windmills or dovecotes, and then another one there, older looking, just the rocks. Again, windmill or dovecote, hard to know when it's only half left. So this is going to remain a mystery, it looks like.
I feel like this is a bunch of scat over here, so maybe this was like a place that they had a bunch of food for the animals or something?
Well, this has got to be recent. So this is goats roaming around here,
Okay.
which may or may not be related to that building, because that could be
Yeah,
kind of old, although, you know, it's like modern concrete, so it's not that old, but
yeah.
could be 50 years old, or who knows. Okay, well, mystery not solved. And then here we have what looks like it must be a monastery. Wow, it's quite amazing. Monastery of the, that's the one that you mentioned yesterday, that you were trying to pronounce, remember? Taxiarches. Taxiarches.
Oh, it's so pretty here.
The taxi arches.
Taxi arches here, hold on. Cool. Taxi arches.
So that looks like a bus stop. I haven't seen a bus going around though, so
That,
yeah. That's totally a bus stop. Whether or not there's actually a bus going now is a different story. And then it says, welcome to Platigialos, which is a beach and maybe also kind of a village or something along the way. But 10 minutes, and look at this really pretty randomly placed church.
wow. Look at that. So cute.
And here we are, cute little beach there. And another church. All right, we're not gonna stop here, just gonna show the beach as we drive by. Cute little beach though.